Okay, I'm back here with an update. I've not worked on the headliner, or the bows for the headliner, but what I have worked on is getting my firewall ready. This was all painted back in probably 2006, 2007. Rattle can. I primed it and stuff first, so it's held up pretty good, but lots of little nicks and dings and whatnot, especially here where the hood hinges hit when they're not attached to the hood. So I went in and got this all sanded down, feathered out, took my cowl pad off here, or weather strip. Combination of, I got that. I got this door jamb. I got this door jamb. And combination of sandpaper, Scotch-Brite, sponge blocks, and a lot of this you can see I got feathered pretty good. Those weren't done like that with the with none of the materials I just showed you. You can see everywhere I feathered, and I can tell this in here is lead. You can just tell by the way it's finished and the way it sands off. But I got everything feathered pretty good. I had to go in here with my screws and these spot welds down here. I actually sprayed those down with some Windex, and then I had an old chunk of red Scotch-Brite here somewhere. Right over there. But a lot of it I was able to do with this this DA. So most of it I done with 220. That DA, so I buy this by the roll. This is 220. I've got several other grits over there. Get it off Amazon. Like I say, a lot of it I done with this electric DA, and I know there's mixed opinions and stuff on the electric DAs. This particular one is a Porter cable, and it has a variable speed down here. It's got like 6 different speed settings, from pretty slow up to regular DA. I've got a pneumatic DA. And it's just so old and been used so much, it don't work really good. I took it out the other day and tried it, and this thing works good. I mean, you can slow it down enough where you got these little contours and edges, and you know, where on a regular DA, an air DA, a lot of times you just end up tearing your DA disc. But these I was able to get it. Oh, I'm going to take that one down a little bit more. But the rest of these I got feathered in really good. This one don't feather too good because it's actually, this metal's been stretched here, and you probably can't see it in the camera, but I can feel them. There's little grooves there where it's been worked. But yeah, it's worked good. There you can see them a little better. Same way back in here. Was able to get in around. Had to do by hand these contours here, but where you've got anything like this, you can get in there and work it, and you can do it slow enough. You can get in there and feather them good. So my next step will be, I'll get that one there that I just felt. I'll go over everything again, just double check it. It all feels pretty good. And then what I'm going to do is give this all a shot of the high build self-etching primer I got from Eastwood. It's what I've got on both sides here already. And I'm going to work on these door hinges a little bit. Not sure how much. It's what I can get and what you're going to see. I'm going to get this all wiped down with my metal prep, painter's prep, and then give all of the, at least all of the metal, where I got bare metal, I've done it. I'm going to give that all a good shot, probably a couple of that high build self-etching primer. Let it set up, and then I'll go to sanding this whole bit. While it's setting up, I'll go to work on this side over here. I'm trying not to take the door off yet, because there's parts of it I want to work while it's on the car, but we'll see. I may go ahead and take this one off as well. I'm running out of room though. I did go ahead and get that door off so I can get to the other one out here and get it cleaned up and be able to put some paint on it. The other thing I did is I went ahead, took my hood hinges off. I'll get them scuffed up, cleaned up, and I'll give them a coat of the Eastwood single stage spray, aero spray when it comes. So battery's going dead. I'll put you guys away here for a minute and get that changed out, and bring you back when I got something else to show you. So have a good day. Wind's still blowing here about 27 miles an hour, and she's windy today, but at least it's out of the south, so it's warm, not like the north wind we had the other day, and it got down to 48 or 46 or 48 degrees that night. So hope you all having a good one, and I'll bring you back here in a little bit. Later.
Hanging on, walking tall. Some days I got no use for it all. Working hard, making less. Some days are bad, bad at best.
Okay, new day out here in the shop on the 53 Ford Victoria. Not near as windy today as it was yesterday. Shop dogs, what are you doing? Hey, what are you guys up to? Jax? Cisco? Shadow? So where we finished up last night, I was out here till about midnight, putting in some late nights trying to get this thing ready. I took one fender off, put one fender back on, but I got all my, got the firewall all primed. Reason I took this fender off because I also went ahead and took this door off so I could get that primed. Got this jamb all primed good. And then I put this fender on over here because I decided that I better make sure my gaps were right, my reveals. And this one is pretty close. If you remember from a previous video, I still had some down here to do. So what I done is I took and put the ratchet strap here, dropped it over the other side, got this belt line lined up real good, But then this one looked a little high, and I done some adjustment and actually put it back where I drilled my previous holes through the hinges. And so then I was finishing up last night, and I don't know how well you can see it, but those holes I took for that molding, they don't line up. So I'm gonna have to do some more work on that. So that's probably what I will go ahead and work on today. Not sure what I need to do. I'm gonna get out my manual and see what it says about adjusting doors, because I'm just pretty sure that if I loosen the hinges to drop the front down, that's gonna bring this back closer. And then I may have to take it and go forward. I don't know. These things, what's on these are a pain. So that's going to be the plan for today. If I get that done, then I'll go to cleaning up my hood hinges and the air intakes for the inside of the car. But that's where we finished last night, so gonna set you guys down for a little bit. Probably will not film the boring, tedious chore of trying to adjust this. So if I get something accomplished, I'll bring it back and show you. But that's where I ended up, so we'll catch you later. Okay, another day out here in the shop working on the 53 Ford Victoria. And what? You want to tell them everybody hi? Shop dogs? Ah, you can tell everybody hi. Good dog. Yeah. So, what we're working on today, hey. You can tell the wind's still blowing. We've got wind the next couple weeks. So what we're working on is right now I'm working on the trunk hinges. Getting them all stripped down. Got this one done, and self-etching primer on it. Using a combination of Roll-Locks. I got a red Scotch-Brite one, and some places I'm using an 80 grit, and then wire wheels. And so these have lots of layers of stuff on them. You can see here we got a black primer, we got yellow, we got blue, we got brown primer. Interestingly enough, that leads me to believe, if you look here, you can kind of see the yellow, and then under that yellow is this light blue. So my guess is at some point, because when I got this car, it was yellow with a dark blue top. Looking at those trunk hinges, at some point between 1953 and 1975, somebody done a complete color change on this car. So I guess I find it interesting that they would go that far. You know, back then in what, 25 years, at some point they did that. I can't imagine that it was mispainted at the factory and then they reshot it. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll run the VIN tag and see what color the car actually was supposed to originally be. Anyhow, I'm working on those. Next I'm going to be working on my hood hinges and the air intakes. Like I said, I'm using a combination of stuff here. Pretty much the that red Roll-Lock, Scotch-Brite, and then what I've found is, like, I can actually, might need to get a new one out here pretty quick, but a lot of places I can actually get a, this is an 80 grit Roll-Lock, and get in underneath those edges and stuff. These hinges are in the open position. That's why I took them off the car. I don't know how many of you remember, I actually drilled a hole in them because there are actually two holes. I got one here where it mounts to the body, one here where it mounts to the trunk, and I had that trunk lined up really good. Hey, so I'm not going to take those apart. You know, I suppose a guy could. I don't know what difference it's going to make when that trunk closes. You know, there may be a spot under here, maybe even under here that won't have, you know, even on the backside. There'll be some spots there where it won't have good new color. But you're not going to see it when the trunk is open. You may be able to see it when the trunk is closed, but if you're seeing that, you probably better be more worried about why you're in my trunk with the trunk closed more than why I didn't paint those spots, because you've got some serious problems if I got you locked in my trunk. But that's what it's going to be. Like I say, you won't see them when the trunk's open. Just using the regular self-etch primer that I have on these. And then today I got my 2K Aero spray single stage urethane from Eastwood. So this is actually the Wimbledon white, which I think is what color I'm going to paint my car. This will be the final determination when I see what the Wimbledon white actually looks like. And so this has this little button on top, and then it's got a little thing down here on the bottom, and just reading on it quick, apparently you put that cap on there, push it down hard, and that activates the, I'm assuming it probably has an activator hardener in it. Like I say, it's a two-stage can, spray can, but it is single-stage urethane. And once you've activated that, you have to use it all within 48 hours. So I'm gonna make sure that I have enough stuff ready so I'm not wasting that paint. Showed you all the other day, I got the cowl here already. I got both the door jambs over there ready. You know, I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna get this package tray support all ready. Along the where the window goes in here, my jambs. So that's what we're working on now. Appreciate y'all coming back. And what else? I did get, I think I got enough break in the wind the other day, and I don't know if I got it on film already or not, but I got my interior trim pieces all cleaned. I know I showed you that, but I got those primed and ready for some paint. So I got a few more laying over here. But yeah, those are ready for a light scuff, and then the interior black metallic to go on them. I'm going to get them set up out of the way here. I'm not going to do them for a little bit. I want to get concentrating on these jambs and these other few pieces. So, like I say, appreciate you guys coming back. Doing a few time lapses here and there. Mainly bring you back and show you the finished products. Not sure just how I'm going to do those hood things yet. I don't know if I'll strip them clear down. I think I already did once before I paint them with just rattle can. I'll definitely get the arms. I already started on this one, but they get a little boring and guys got to take a break and move on to something else. I may take that and where they're rough here. I wish I had a smaller DA, but all I've got is my 6-inch. So I'll use it on those bigger places, and I may just use a soft sanding block and throw some probably some 100 grit on it and get those scuffed up real good, and any little dings and nicks feathered out on them, and get them ready to shoot. So that's where we're at, and we'll keep bringing you back every now and then for updates. So hope you're having a good one, and catch you later. All right, well, I'm back here with a little update, and I decided to go ahead and strip these completely down. I'm not sure if I used self-etching primer or just what I did. So figured out the best thing to do is take them completely down to bare metal with 80 grit. Well, then I started taking them apart. Take this off so I could get it cleaned easier. And I don't remember doing this, but it looks like I've done a rebuild on them. Now I don't know, I'm sure this wasn't any kind of purchased rebuild kit, but looks like what I've done is I got some brass bushings, some plastic washers, and I put them on there. When I took it apart, so I've got some plastic washers here. These are the washers from inside. These bolts I had on the outside here. Don't know if I had any washers. I'll have to look at the other one and see just what I did here, but yeah, pretty sure I never had the hood back on it after I did this. It looks like I was just trying to rebuild them and tighten them up a little bit. So we'll see how that works. I used, looks like I actually used Nylox on the inside. Fortunately, I still got this one here for a pattern. As you can see, what I did there on the outside. Got a plastic washer. Actually, on the inside of the bronze bushing. And it looks like, I'm sure you can't see it. Okay. I actually had one outside and one inside. And then, yeah, you can see it there. That one's still in place. So bronze bushing, plastic washer. And on the inside, I have plastic washers again. And it appears I had spaced anyhow, like I say, that's been 20 years ago probably. I don't remember what I did, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get these all completely stripped down and get them shot with the self-etching primer. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and leave this apart and shoot it separately with my my single stage polyurethane spray paint that I got. Because unlike the trunk, this one you will see when the hood's open. From a car show or something like that, you will see it. So I'm going to go ahead and get these shots separately, put back together, and everything will be the same color. So just wanted to bring it back and show you that. Like I say, something I'd done about 20 years ago. I don't remember doing it. I'm looking at these that it's something I done. I don't remember where I got. If it's something I made up, I think it probably is, because to my knowledge, they don't sell any kind of rebuild kit for these. Well, another day out here in the shop, and today I'm still finishing up on stripping the hood hinges. I got the trunk hinges all stripped. And as I was working on this last one, see if we can get that in the light so you can see, there's actually a crack right there. Looks like it's about halfway through. So I'm gonna have to deal with that. I think what I'm gonna do, that's right where one of the springs hooks that holds the hood. So I think what I'm gonna do is try to get a cutoff wheel in there, V that out a little bit, get it welded, and I will see what I can do about, I got to get it ground back down. Part of it I can do with the die grinders. Part of it I can probably do with one of those new cutoff wheels I have. they're designed so you can actually do some grinding with them. So hopefully I can get that angled back the way it's supposed to be in there, the good weld. The other thing I've done is I've had this this old Easy Up frame. I had it a number of years ago when I was working on my car out there in the shed. It ripped the top to shreds on it with our wind here. I've got one bolt up there that came out, but the rest of it's in good shape, and I've kept it laying around here. And my son was down here, what are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with that? Throw it away. Well, guess what? That's gonna make a really nice movable hanger for priming and painting parts. So done a little bit of work on that. I didn't want it to go clear up, so I got these up to the height I kind of wanted stuff. Drilled all four corners where I could put a bolt and nut in it, and yeah, I think that's going to work out pretty slick for priming and painting all these parts I got to do. So I will go to work on getting this done. Seems like it always something. So wanted to bring you back and show you that. Probably set you up on a time lapse when I go to working on it, and then bring you back and show you the finished product. So thank you all for coming back, and we'll keep plugging along on this thing. Later. Okay, got a pretty good little weld there. This light's gonna mess with you. All right, there we go. Hopefully you can see. Good little weld there. Didn't get it run quite to the end. Ouch, it's a little warm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start dressing that up, getting it, getting my angle back in there. It's gotta be a 90 degree. So I'm gonna start out with, I'll probably just start out with a cutting wheel and see what that does. It's all going to depend on how I can get down in there or not. And then once I get it taken down, I'll probably go ahead and give it another little zap right there on the end. Just so we got good weld all the way across. So I'll get you guys set up here on a time lapse and see what we can do with this. Alrighty then. I think that turned out pretty good. I'm surprised. I figured it was going to be a pain. It was a little bit of a pain just because not really having enough room in there, and trying to get the right angle on it and all that kind of stuff. But here we go. It turned out pretty good. I got that other little side, one little spot I'd missed, and hopefully that's showing up pretty good there. There, maybe that's a little better. Looks like it ought to work. Now I can get it hung up on my rack here, and well, I don't know if I'm gonna paint in here. I might. If I do, I'll move the car. I'll have to see. I have to go out and see which way the wind's blowing. Anyhow, that's going to be my plan, is to get this set up somewhere where I can get several coats of self-etching primer on these, and figure out what else I'm wanting to get done, because like I say, this, I got my paint for them now, so I can get those all done. I still got to dig down in here, get out my springs for my hood hinges, a couple things down in there, get them hung up. And so I want to make sure I got enough stuff to ready to paint, where I don't have a partial can of that stuff that I don't use. $35 a can, but once you activate it, you have to use it within 48 hours. So. So the rack worked out pretty good. I got all my stuff, got 3 good coats of primer on it. I'm gonna let it sit out here and hang here overnight and dry, and give it a few days to cure. And then we'll see about putting some paint on them. So that's gonna do it for today. That might do it for this video, I don't know. I'll get in there and get it downloaded. I've been trying to download my videos and put them together a lot more than I was before. So thank you all for watching, and we'll either catch you tomorrow on something, or we'll catch you next time on a new video. So y'all have a good one. Later.